my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this kind of emerald and teal smoky eye with no black shadow. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. This is something that was really fun for me. I was just trying to think of a good smoky eye that has a pop of color. And in the tutorial I mainly used this shadow by Makeup Geek, which is called Houdini. It is beautiful. And so stay tuned if you guys want to see how I got this look. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Alright guys, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. Please excuse my voice. I have really bad allergies and my eyes keep watering, so let's make it through this tutorial. I'm going to use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk just to use as a base. I'm just going to softly put that everywhere and then just tap it in with my finger. I feel like tapping these works better than using a brush or wiping it, because then you get a little bit more even of application and it kind of warms the product up, so it just goes on nicely. And if I'm just going to go into a light beige powder and just pop that all over my lid, just make sure nothing's tacky. Alrighty, so to start out with a smoky eye, you want to do a really light transition. And so you can pick neutral shades, like this little natural matte palette from Too Faced is great because you have all these light transition colors in it. But I just decided to go back to the basics with what I love and use my Lorac palettes. I have both of them here just in case I want to use some from this, some from this. But use whatever you want. I wanted to use my Makeup Geek shadows, but I really didn't want it to be an all Makeup Geek tutorial. And so I was like, you know what, let's use things that I know people probably have. And so I'm just going to go into this first palette, which is the Lorac Pro 2 palette. I'm going to take a big old fluffy brush, which this is the e.l.f. blending brush, and I'm going to be doing a video on these soon. I'm going to go into Nectar and Buff, tap off the excess. I'm just going to go right in that crease and above the crease and just lay down this really light color. I mean, there's barely any color there, but that's what you want, because this is just going to be a really nice base color. And if I need to blend out any of the darker shadows, it's better to start light and build your way up instead of just jumping in there. The Makeup Geek shadows I wanted to use, just in case you have those and you guys want to use it, I wanted to use Peach Smoothie and Creme Brulee mixed together for this part. Going in with this brown color right here, which is light brown. I'm just going to go in with my Sigma E25 brush. I'm just going to go directly in the crease and a little bit above the crease. Build this color up a little bit, and then I'm going to go back in with that original brush and just blend this out with no additional product. I'm going to go back in with that original blending brush and just gently, and when you want to go gently, hold it back further on the ferrule of the brush, and then you'll get a much lighter hand, and so your blending will be a little less harsh, because sometimes if you hold it too hard or too firm, you're going to start just wiping that product away. Kind of small, flat, dense brush. I think I'm just going to go with this Real Technique brush. This is the shading brush. And I'm going to go into my Lorac 1 palette, and I'm going to grab the color Espresso and a tiny dab of Sable and knock off all that extra powder. And you're just going to put that on the outer edge and inner edge. Most of this is going to get covered up, but it's going to give us a nice base instead of using a black, but make sure you leave the center part blank. I want to leave that center part naked. But make sure this color does not surpass your crease. You want to keep it low so that you can blend it up. Now for the star of the show is the shade Houdini. It's a foiled shadow by Makeup Geek. And I'm going to take a flat synthetic brush, or you can use your finger. I'm going to do both just because I like to lay down an outline of where I want the color to go and then push it on with my finger. Since this is mixed with an oil, it is a pigment that is mixed with oil so that it adheres better to get that foiled look. It's just a little bit easier to use with your finger. I'm going to use this Urban Decay brush, just the flat little edge, pick up as much product as I can. And then I'm going to lay that all over the lid, not surpassing the crease again. I'm just going to take my ring finger, pick that color up, and just press it all over where I just laid that color down, and it's just going to intensify it. And if you don't want to do this stuff with your finger, you can just take your flat synthetic brush and spritz it with a little Fix Plus to give it that more foiled effect. And even with my finger, what I do is I tilt my finger down like this so that my nail is hitting the crease, so that I'm not going past it, because sometimes when you're going in there with your finger, you just get a little carried away. Just a little bit more something. I'm going to take the shade Pegasus, and I'm just going to lightly tap that in the middle. And if you don't have this color, this Nyx, what is this, Nyx Mermaid, and this is one of their new prismatic shadows, and it's not the exact color, it's a little bit more green. It's actually a lot closer to their foiled shadow in Fantasy. It's actually like Fantasy and Pegasus's baby. But see how that's a lot more similar? I don't know if it's picking up, but this is just another alternative, except mine's shattered, so I don't want to open it and use it. So I'm going to use Pegasus just on my finger. Just grab some and just tap it in the very center. It's just going to add a little bit more dimension. I'm going to do my base off camera because you guys have seen it done, and then I'm going to come back and show you some other new products I've been loving. I just finished my base. I did foundation, concealer, and I set everything, and I did my brows just because I wanted to try a new product and nobody needed to see that mess on camera. So I just wanted to contour and do blush and all that stuff on camera just so I can show you guys some products I've been loving. I just recently picked up the Lorac Pro Contour Palette. This is what it looks like here. I'm going to be doing a video solely on contour palette, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to film that right after this. And lately I've been really loving this beige highlight and yellow highlight mixed underneath my eyes. So I'm going to do that really quick. Just, I mean, it's a little bit powdery, but that's, I mean, it's very, very similar to the Kat Von D contour palette, just the texture of the powders. Alrighty, and I'm going to lightly bronze my face using my RImmel Natural Bronzer in Sunlight. It looks orange on camera, but it's definitely more like a terracotta brown. It's just a light bronzer that I can use when I'm pale like this. Now I'm just going to take this large, I call them tulip brushes, so it just has a point. Go into light contour right here, and it is just a perfect shade for when I'm not so tan. And it's really pigmented, it's very soft, easy to blend. Finish that, we're going to go in with the blush, and I'm going to use this itty bitty cute little Nars blush Nars sent me, and it's in the shade Deep Throat, and I'm going to go really lightly because I don't want too much blush. And I'm just going to take a duo fiber brush and just lightly blend that together. Work on the lower lash line, so I'm just going to grab my Lorac 2 palette, and I'm going to take Nectar and light brown. Pick up Sable and Taupe and sweep that under there as well. And I did add the tiniest bit of liner to the top, Just black liquid liner, just the tiniest line, just so it hides the band of my lashes a little better. I'm gonna take the MAC 212 brush, and it's just a little flat brush. I'm gonna go into Espresso, tap off the excess because we don't want any fallout now that we've done our makeup. And I'm just going to put that on the outer portion, really close to the lash line. I'm not going to go too far in because I do have more almond shaped eyes. I don't want to close them off. Just blend that out. This is the hardest part for a lot of people when I work on brides. I always give them a fair warning because it's uncomfortable. Right, and so now to highlight the face, and I'm going to be using my Becca highlighters, and since I really want to be very glowy, I usually just stop at 1, but I'm going to do 2, and so I'm going to start with Opal. And I found my favorite highlighting brush, and surprisingly it's drugstore, and this is the e.l.f. small tapered brush, and it just lays highlighter so beautifully. So I'm just going to pick it up and just, I'm going to take Moonstone, which is this one. This one is just a light creamy color, like a light beige, and I'm just going to place that directly here. And see, it just adds a little bit more sparkle. I'm just gonna apply some mascara really quick, and then I will show you the lashes. Hey guys, so this is the final look. I put lashes on, which are the Vegas nail lashes, and I just did a nude lip. I recorded it, but there was no audio, so I just did the Milani natural lip liner. Did that all over my lips with a little bit of this matte e.l.f. lip color in the color Naturally Nude. Then I did a little bit of the NYX Intense Butter Gloss in Tres Leches. And then, yeah, so this is the final look. I hope you guys liked it. Thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.